moving to our next topic. Again, something I'm personally really passionate about. This next conversation is about social entrepreneurship and impact investing. So important to think about the impacts that we're actually having on society, on the economy, on our environment when we're building these innovative solutions. So with great pleasure, I get to welcome our next speaker who's going to moderate the next conversation, Alexandra Mitjans, the director of Ashoka, Spain. Alexandra, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you. So today we will explore the intersection between social impact, innovation, and future. Social innovation has no age, no borders, no predetermined format. We're going to see living examples of social innovation that are inspiring thousands around the world, coming from the corporate sector, the entrepreneurial arena, and from young people. Their impact is real, and they're inspiring thousands around the world. And as we like to say at Ashoka, they're the living proof that everyone can be a change maker. I therefore invite my fellow panelists to share with me today how they are inspiring change within their organizations, but also inspiring their sector, their fields, the corporate sector, the entrepreneurial sector, and even young people to follow them into a more systemic, profound change. And I would like to start with Isabelle, calling in from Brazil. She's a 17-year-old change maker who founded Black Girls Project and who's empowering young, vulnerable people into living life of equal opportunities. Isabelle, hello, good morning. As a young change maker, how do you think we can solve our most pressing issues by making sure everyone is included in the solution?
Hi, good morning. Thank you so much. Well, I think that for us to create real impact on our society, it is mainly important to develop and deploy effective solutions to challenge the systemic social issues in support of social progress. But that is impossible to happen without the active collaboration of all people from all backgrounds and across all sectors. So government, business, the nonprofit, everybody needs to be working together. And I see that we are living in strange times because technological innovation is increasing levels of productivity, but I see that it is not promoting sustaining economic growth, for example. And I think that, in fact, all kinds of inequalities are increasingly faster than ever because of that scenario, and powered by the pandemic too. And mainly because the market in a high skill, high pay, and low skill, low pay model, and people without access to proper education, qualification, and opportunities are being excluded. But if you want to really change this scenario, I think we need to have everybody in the conversation, in the decision-making process, especially young people, because if the people who are mainly being affected about the most pressing issues the world is facing today, we are not going to come up with effective solutions because the person who are passing through it understand how we can truly change that. And as a young change maker, I see that young people, we are more than the half of the world's population, and we have extremely creative, innovative minds that can come up with solutions, and we are already doing it. And when I started the Black Girls Project, I was just 13 years old because I was feeling negligent about not giving opportunities to people who came from the same start point as me. Because here in Brazil, we have a huge social inequality regarding opportunities. So I wanted to share opportunities with people from social vulnerable conditions to make them thrive and be protagonists of their own lives. And developing this project, I became an Ashoka Young Change Maker, and I could see amazing ideas and meet young people from all over the world who are doing amazing things to change society. So I think it is important for us to endorse those people who are doing this, because we are creating opportunities. For example, a social project that I created by 13, now are becoming an NGO and creating great opportunities for people of vulnerable conditions. So I think for us to have a world, everyone is a change maker, and to have a work that suits everybody's realities, not just from the small groups of people, we need to have everybody in the conversation. And for that, we need to speed up our pace of change.
We need to have everyone in the conversation. I couldn't agree more with you, Isabelle. Thank you. Now, warm welcome to Alberto Tornero. Alberto is the director of high growth potential companies at PwC Spain. They focus on SME and startups with up to 100 million euro income. Alberto, what lessons can we learn from the management side of these social impact initiatives?
First of all, thank you very much for your invitation, and I'm very glad to be here with you with this amazing panel. In 2013, PwC Spain, we launched a new area, which was called High Growth Potential Company Areas, with the aim of working with two kinds of companies. The large companies to help them to work with the startups, and their startups and small medium enterprise themselves to help them work with them as a client. During these 7 years, we've been involved in many projects with social impact, and even actually we're working with Fundación in their acceleration program with Alberto, who's here. And after these years, what we have realized, Alexandra, is that the management of these companies is not many times in the top place for them. So they have a very good idea, they have a very good project, they have a very good product that could help many people to make their lives better and to help them, but the management is not in their mind. So and this is a very quite important thing, because when you're talking about a project that has to be successful and sustainability, it's sustainable, you have to think in three work streams. We have the business itself, what is the product, whatever they do to help out others. But there are two other work streams. What is the corporate that will run this business, and the equity that will fund that business. So for us, it's quite important to bear in mind and help them to bear in mind that you can have any kind of idea that would change the world, but if you don't focus on, you don't seek for a professional management, thinking in things like size of the market, like a business plan, like commercial strategy, like cash flow, which is very, very funny sometimes that they are doing things, but where is the cash flow? How are you going to pay this? This is a quite important thing, and under my experience on this field, if I have to say a single word about this thing, is try to find or try to do a professional management of the company, because that will make that successful, and you can change the world with that.
Fantastic. Thank you, Alberto. Beautiful combination between vision and practicism and efficiency and management. Thank you very much. Now, also warm welcome to have Antonio Calçada here. Welcome, Antonio. Antonio is the General Manager and Vice President of the Repsol Foundation, which last year launched one of the most impressive impact funds in the social impact arena with very ambitious goals. Antonio, what are some of the advantages of having such a corporate vehicle in order to achieve these very ambitious goals that you have set?
Good morning, everybody. I hope on behalf of Repsol Company and also on behalf of Repsol Foundation that all of you are feeling okay, are okay within all these so strange situation. And answering your question, Alexandra, congratulations also to you. I'm seeing here since a long time I didn't see you, so yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. I think that the first thing we should have is a clear vision on the way we want to go. So I think that talking about social innovation, first of all, we need to have clear where to go. And I think that in my company and in our foundation, it is a corporate foundation, but it's quite clear that we want to create in real terms. I want to underline that in real terms, we want to create a sustainable social business, a very sustainable social business, with based in a huge economic impact, a huge social impact, and a great positive contribution for the society and for the environment. So This means that we want to create this positive contribution to the energy transition, to climate change. And in summary, we want to be part of the solution, creating a positive impact for the planet and also for the people. It is possible to do it. I think that there is no doubt that it is possible to do it, but now it's time for execution. I think that it's because this is so urgent, it's time for execution. So if I could summarize this message in a simple sentence, I would say, let's go and do it. Having said that, the first question should be, well, let's do it, how to do it, and what do we think it is needed to be done in order to be successful. And then I will share my experience or our experience with him last year. The first thing that we all need to have quite clear what is the mission. And in Repsol Foundation, we put in place a new mission, transformation mission, fully aligned with Repsol strategy, fully aligned with the sustainable development goals, fully aligned with the 2030 goals, and with the Paris Agreement. So the new mission has led us to develop this new strategy by which, as a corporate foundation, we want to go well far beyond this philanthropic effort that has been carrying out for more than 20 years to support the development of social projects. And inspired by these new challenges and to align ourselves to these new trend lines in the social sector, Repsol Foundation created in July 2019 an impact fund through Repsol Social Impact to invest in companies with some clear objectives and activities, is to contribute to the global energy transition and climate change, helping companies to scale up with the two mandatory roles. Also, on top of this, is to create a huge social impact and to create a very positive environmental impact. So this is the first thing. The second one is through Repsol Impact Fund and through Repsol Social Impact, as a company inside the foundation, the Repsol Foundation, we are investing in companies with focus in the 5 main activities. The first one is an activity very much related with emissions reduction, and this is activities, for example, related with reforestation. This is green agenda, this is green economy, this is a circular economy also. The second one is sustainable mobility, basically with vulnerable people in urban areas, which is something also very much needed. The third one is circular economy. The fourth one is energy efficiency in urban areas, in vulnerable areas, and there is also great opportunity there to do this. And the last one is an activity related with eco products and services in the rural areas, developing platforms that can put directly in contact producers and the customers.
Fantastic. Thank you, Antonio. Sorry, I have to cut you here because we're running very short, but congratulations, because your work is truly, truly impressive and an inspiration to many of us. Thank you. Now, welcome Alberto Duran. Alberto is the Vice President of the Fundación 11 and the President of Ilunion, and he's a global reference of accessibility and employment. Alberto, very briefly, short and sweet, you have an outstanding career in the field. What are some of the most relevant lessons on the social impact arena that you can share with all of us?
Social impact is our reason to be. We are born precisely for that, to achieve social impact with our actions and to improve the quality of life of persons with disability. Throughout our foundation, we are the world's largest institution working for persons with disability with over 80 years of experience and more than 73,000 workers, 60% persons with disability. We are the first employers in the world in the number of workers with disability.
Thank you, and that's definitely a teaser, and we have so much more to learn from you, Alberto. Thank you, Isabelle. Alberto, Antonio, and Alberto Duran also for taking the time, for sharing your wisdom, and showing us the enormous potential of this field. This was short, but yet powerful. We can't wait to hear you again next year. And thank you for showing us how the intersection between future and innovation can only be social. Thank you very much.
Thank you.